Hello there, Gemini. Welcome to my channel. Victoria here, Radiant Moon Tarot. This is your singles reading for September of 2023. If you're single and looking for new love, this is the reading. Woo, thank you very much for you. Let's have a look and see what we've got in their month ahead. Now, the great news is, thank goodness, hallelujah, we have Venus, which has been in retrograde since about July 22nd, I believe it is going direct on September 3rd. So this is a beautiful energy bringing you in some more stability for love and romance and for passion and fun and joy and excitement and all of those wonderful things is really where we do feel a little bit more of a shift in here in a very, very positive way. So if you've been feeling as though you've been a little bit stuck or challenged, then I think there's some things that are shifting for you. The bottom of the deck, we've got the Fool card, so new beginnings, new connections, exciting new love life is on the horizon for you. Now, at the bottom of the deck, this can actually be a confirmation card. So yes, the Fool is confirming that yes, you are ready for love, that there is the potential for finding love out there. But on the bottom of the deck, it's like an underlying influence as well. So this could be what's giving you some motivation in your month ahead. This can be where, you know, you've got this gung-ho energy, but then you're also kind of like taking things a little bit slow as well. Or you're just preparing yourself. You're getting yourself in alignment there. But there's some very exciting things going on. We do have Jupiter going retrograde on the 4th in the sign of Taurus. Jupiter is our most beneficial planet. Of course, bringing us good luck, good fortune, growth, expansion, all sorts of wonderful things. Also brings us wisdom. Okay, and when Jupiter is retrograde in Taurus, it can be that we're really just slowing down a little bit, and we're really having a look at where we want to make new connections in love. How do we want to go about finding love? We're paying a little bit closer attention to the details. And so, you know, maybe if someone says, well, okay, well, the world has changed, and one of the most prevailing ways that people find love is through online dating. And so you might be really taking your time to pick like the right app kind of thing, right? The right dating site for you. What is this one? What is the reviews on this one? What kind of people are here, right? Because some dating sites tend to be a little bit more for like short-term hookups kind of thing. And then others tend to have more people that are kind of serious about love, right? So you might be just taking a step back a little bit there and thinking about where do you want to put your time and energy into, and what's going to have the biggest benefit for you. Okay, and whenever we do have planets in retrograde, we take a step back, we rethink, revisit, renew. And because we've got Mercury, your ruler, in retrograde all the way up until the 15th of September, this is where the first part of September, even though Venus is going direct, with Mercury in retrograde, this can bring people out of the woodwork. It can bring surprises. It can bring returns of people or thoughts or emotions, by the way. And this is where you are maybe a little bit more reflective in the earlier part of the month rather than in the later part of the month where you're like, okay, now I know, I've got clarity, I know what I want, and I'm putting myself out there, right? So first half of the month might be a little bit slower. And of course, we all know about Mercury retrograde, and you do as well. So reflect, refocus, renew, regroup, and, kind of review on our situation, because we do have a new moon in Virgo on September 14th. And new moons do bring about new, fresh opportunities, brings in new energy for us, right? We can set intentions and things, but this can be also where we think about things, get clarity, and then set those intentions, and then we're ready to spring forward a little bit. But I do think that some of you do have some things that are blossoming in the month ahead. We've got satisfaction coming in here, very connected with your heart chakra with all the green, opening your heart. You let the energy of love guide you to self-approval so that others no longer define who you are. That is an energy of self-empowerment. You are feeling more empowered than you have previously. Hey, you know who you are, you know your worth, you know what you want, and you're not going to settle for second best, are you? No, you're not. You're very clear in this energy. We have patience. Oh dear. You are able to let the universal energy of transformation move according to its own loving rhythm. So rather than resisting things, rather than trying to control the outcome, rather than railing at the fates that you haven't found the love or the connection or nothing's gotten off the ground that you want to get off the ground, instead, patience is being activated for you. All the best things take a little bit of time. Yes, sometimes things can come flying into our world and really shake things up, and they might be exciting, but that doesn't always last forever, right? Sometimes the best things actually do take a little bit longer, a little bit more time to come to fruition because we're allowing things to take their natural course of events. So a little bit of patience might be a virtue, and patience is being activated for you. I also do think here that for some of you, you're going to be very happy or satisfied, if you will, about something that's blossoming in your month ahead, because we do have your patience paying off for you, okay? Because there is some exciting energies that are here. So I do think some of you have some very wonderful things going on. And remember, when we do the monthly readings, this is the energy being activated for you in September. So for some of you, this is a culmination of things that have been going on for the last 6 months or so. We've had a new moon in Aries back in the spring, and we have a full moon in Aries on September 29th. And this is where things do show progress, right? And so some of you are having something very wonderful blossom. So your patience very much has paid off. Others of you, this is the energy being activated, and this is going to play out over the next 6 months. Now, for some of you, it's going to go fast, right? And in the next few weeks, in the next month, in the next 2 months. For others of you, it's going to take a little bit longer, right? But it's because you are getting an alignment, and because not only do you have to be ready for love, but so does somebody else. No point in the universe bringing you a person that isn't ready to love you the way you deserve to be loved. So sometimes that patience is what we need to embrace. Trust, trust, trust. You have a strong connection to your soul's loving voice and have faith in your intuition. Trust yourself, trust your intuition, trust your ability to assess people and a situation. Now, it doesn't mean we want to jump to conclusions or anything like that, right? But when we're trusting our intuition, it's really about tapping and tuning into the energy, not just within you, but also in your circumstance and with another person. And if your intuition is, without overthinking, overanalyze, your first instinct is red flag, red flag, red flag, red flag, run. Listen to those red flags. How many times have you been in situations, not just relationships, where you've known right off the bat, there's something not quite right here, but yet your logical brain is, well, I think you might be overthinking things, and think you might be misjudging the situation. And well, maybe they're just going through a rough time, and maybe this will pass, and you know what? They'll change. Don't worry. And how many times have you gone back and gone, you know what? Damn it. I should have listened to my red flags. So pay attention to your intuition, trust yourself, and trust that instinct of yours. It is never wrong, right? We don't want to be sitting here 2 years down the road going, well, hindsight's 2020, right? I wish I had known, but the spirit already told you right here, right now, right today. Trust yourself. So those red flags, if you really are seeing them, right? It's, yes, some people can change. Yes, sometimes we might misjudge a situation, but for the most part, we haven't, right? So really just trust that, okay? And part of why Spirit is kind of hammering that home is we have the Knight of Wands. Now, the Knight of Wands is not necessarily a negative card, okay? I'll state that right here, right now, right? Because this is new love. New love is Knight of Wands, exciting, passionate, a lot of chemistry, a lot of fun, right? All those little first couple of months of a relationship, you can't keep your hands off each other, right? That kind of thing, right? But then comes a turning point. And at some point you need to jump through the hoop, right? Is this something that's going to go the distance? Is this something that's just going to fizzle out? So with the Knight of Wands coming in here, some of you are embracing the energy right now where you don't need something long term. The Knight of Wands tends to be a player energy as far as we're looking at new love, right? Not always, okay, but that can certainly be it. A type of person who you would have fun with, but you don't necessarily have any strings attached, where you're keeping your options open. It's like, I'm open to something long term, but in the meantime, you know, Christmas season is coming up in the next few months, right? And I just kind of want someone to go to some parties with and go out for drinks with and do this, that, and the other. And so, you know, for some of you, that's fitting the bill, and that's exactly what you're looking for. For others of you, you know that sometimes you just need to get out there and you need to meet people, and you're looking for that attraction, right? You're looking for that chemistry with that person. So again, but just be aware of any kind of red flags. If a person right there, right in the moment says to you, I never want children, ever. I am firm in that. I've been there, I've done that, or it's just not in the cards for me, right? If someone is telling you that right then and there, being honest and truthful and very firm right off the bat, but you are hell-bent on having children, there's your red flag. Don't force the issue. Chances are you may have a possibility of changing their mind down the road, but what if you don't? Now, the next thing you know, you've wasted 2 years, right? So pay attention to those certain things. But the Knight of Wands is all about you getting out there, having fun, meeting people, and letting the chips fall where they may, and saying, okay, you know what, let's just see where the wind blows us. Let's just see what happens. So you are taking action and you are ready to put yourself out there if you haven't already. Okay. Now, I do think that for some of you, if you're not, I do think for some of you that a very intense connection either has already been made or is about to be made. But there is a possibility here of something going the distance and evolving from something that is physical or that is, you know, energetic, right? And it has the potential to evolve into something very deep, very beautiful, because we do have a 2 of Cups coming in here first. We also have 6 of Wands and Page of Wands, right? So we've got some beautiful energies that are coming in here. Okay. So for some of you, there is something that has the potential to really capture your heart in this energy, right? Just all about timing and when it evolves. Now, whether you have or haven't met somebody already, the Knight of Wands does show potential exciting connection for you. Okay, so it can be really, really quite intense. Okay, in that, but intense kind of in a good way, right? So let's see what else we've got to come in there with that. We've got the 5 of Swords, okay, and we have the 6 of Swords, and we've got the Queen of Cups. So for some of you, yes, you might make a connection, or you even have one right now. And with the 5 of Swords, this could possibly end in a little bit of defeat. Okay, or it may be that there is something really positive with a connection here, but there is something here that you might not resolve, some sort of conflict in probably your wants, needs, desires, and your outlook on the future, right? So good for the short term, not necessarily for the long term. But for others of you here with the 5 of Swords and the 6 of Swords, this is possible that you are attracting, or you've already met someone where there might be a little bit of things to resolve there to hash out, but when you work together with the 6 of Swords, you can resolve your differences and you can move forward. Okay, so it may just be also that communication is a little bit of an issue, and sometimes we need to work together with the 6 of Swords to get things on track. But with the Queen of Cups coming in here, it's an evolution and it's evolving into love. All right. Now, for some others of you here with the 5 of Swords, this can be an inner conflict within you. Do I want love? Do I not want love? What do I want out of a partnership? Do I go and talk to this person that makes my heart flutter every time I see them? Is there someone coming in for me? I don't know. And you're back and forth and back and forth. And this is creating quite the conundrum for you with this 5 of Swords, this inner conflict and turmoil that you've got, right? But with the 6 of Swords, you figure things out. So this is, especially the first part of the month, is where you are figuring things out. You're trying to get clear, you're trying to stay positive, and you're really trying to resolve any kind of inner conflict that you have about love and connections. And, you know, do I say yes? Do I say no? Do I go forward with this? Do I stop it in its tracks, right? What do I want out of love? What do I not want out of love, right? So in all of this, in the 6 of Swords, you're figuring things out and you're resolving any kind of issues internally or externally that you might have. Now, I also do feel, by the way, and some of you are going to immediately trigger and you're going to be like, no, that's not what I want. We cannot ignore the fact that Mercury retrograde can bring people back. Okay. And with the Knight of Wands, I think for some of you, you may have had a relationship that was all fun and games and that was really quite exciting, but now you've come to the point where, it's like either they're in your life still at this moment, but it just hasn't evolved to the next level, or they've already departed your life. And maybe there's something here that can potentially be resolved. Right. And it's like, maybe you had a friend with benefits relationship. And now it's like, I'm feeling something a little bit deeper, or I don't think this is working for me anymore. Right. Someone may come back into your life and they're like, hey, we've had some issues. We've had major communication issues. We've had conflict, but I want to repair things with you. I want to move forward with you. Right. Because ultimately with the Queen of Cups, there's love here. There's love in the air. There's a deep emotional connection here. And with the Queen of Cups, this is the potential to heal that situation, should that be what you want. So the Queen of Cups can bring in some wonderful energy, and it can bring in that potential to heal. This can also be an inner healing your inner turmoil, or healing something from the past. Six of Swords, that you can move to the future in a better outlook and a better energy. But the Queen of Swords is also about your intuition. Remember, intuition, red flags, Five of Swords. Where is the conflict? Where are the struggles? Can it be resolved? Can you move forward? Six of Swords. Can you work together? Six of Swords. Can you communicate? Six of Swords. Or do you get in this ship and set sail on your own, right? So for some of you, you might be right at the turning point in something, right? You might be, again, casually dating somebody with that Knight of Wands, some of you, and now you're just like, I don't know how I feel, right? And so you might be keeping the door open, keeping the option open, and it could just be that, again, you've been playing the field there, but now there's like, I don't even know, right? So a few different things going on there with that, but whether you're calling someone in, just embracing the Knight of Wands energy, and sometimes we do go out and we just go on casual dates and things like that while we do some inner work and some healing on ourselves, but it doesn't mean that we can't go out and have some fun, all right? But with that Knight of Wands, I think this is the energy that you're putting out there. You're exciting, you're passionate, you're irresistible. And like I said, I think for some of you, you've already made a connection. We've got the Six of Wands, and this is the energy activating for you in September. It's the energy coming in for you. And the Six of Wands is beautiful. You're resolving issues. You're overcoming obstacles. You're rising above the crowd. In the Six of Wands energy, this is an exciting energy. You are in the spotlight. You are front and center. You have the ability here to rise above the competition and to be seen. And it's a beautiful energy. The Six of Wands does bring in an energy of victory and success, successfully getting what you want, successfully resolving issues, successfully opening your heart, successfully, gaining clarity and figuring out what it is you want, successfully reviving an old connection, whatever it happens to be. You're putting yourself out there. And in this energy, you are like the cream that rises to the top of that milk container, right? You're just like, oh yeah, I'm feeling really good. So with the Six of Wands as well, this may be where, Six of Wands, beautiful. The Lover's card, my goodness, and the King of Swords. Okay, so very exciting energy. So some of you could possibly be meeting somebody in a public forum, okay? Quite often the Six of Wands, and we can actually see it a little bit better in this particular deck. This guy, knight in shining armor maybe, okay, but this guy here is like in a public forum. It's usually like a parade, that kind of thing, right? So there could be some sort of event that you attend or that you get invited to in the month of September, and you might have the potential here to meet somebody, meet people, and it can be very, very fun for you here, okay? So some sort of public event or forum may be very important for you. This could possibly be something like online dating. We do have the Knight of Swords here, so we do have communication, the public entity. that the Six of Wands suggests, right? Can be like online dating or something, or maybe you go to like some singles club or something like that. But all the eyes are on you with 2 Six of Wands, right? It's like, oh yeah, I'm confident. I am just exuding all of this wonderful, wonderful energy, right? So you are attracting people to you like there's no tomorrow. So it's beautiful energy. With the Lovers card, excuse me, this is your energy, right? Gemini energy with the Lovers card. So this can be where you know what you want, you know your worth, and you know what you're attracting in, and you're not settling for second best. Done. The Lovers card also brings in soulmates. The Knight of Swords brings in communication, messages, news. Good news usually. Also brings in action, right? So it's like the Knights are always active. The Knights are always on a quest. They're on a mission. So you could just be embracing the energy of, I'm putting myself out there. I'm not going to sit on my couch. I'm not going to feel sorry for myself. And it's finally time for me to break free, to break out of a cycle, to break out of a rut. So it is very action oriented. But I really do think that some of you are very much calling in true love. True love, new love, soulmate love, beautiful energy, exciting conversations, right? And again, you are rising above the crowd. You are rising above the competition there. All eyes are on you, like a moth to a flame. Okay. But I think with the Lovers card here as well, with this being your energy, you know your worth, you know your value. And again, you're not going to compromise your values, right? There might be some things, Six of Swords, that you can compromise on. Maybe we've got some political differences. Maybe we've got some religious differences. Maybe we've got, some career differences, that kind of thing. But you're not going to compromise on the things that are really, truly, truly important for you. But hey, I mean, if difference in opinion in politics is really important for you, it might be a deal breaker for you. Right? And chances are you're not going to convert someone to your way of thinking, right? So, don't compromise on your important values. The Lovers card does bring in, though, choices. And we've got 2 Six of Wands coming in here, okay? Successfully making a choice for you, okay? Or successfully making the right choice, right? Why? Because we're listening to our intuition, okay? But this is where you may have multiple opportunities to meet people. You're making multiple connections out there. And yeah, you got to make a decision. You've got to decide, what do I want? I don't know, right? And so, hey, yeah, feel free in this Knight of Swords energy. You might have the opportunity to talk to multiple people, right? And to get the conversation started, to get the conversation going, and ask some questions, right? How do you learn about people? You ask questions, right? You sit down, you have a cup of coffee, go for drinks, whatever that happens to look like to you, and you talk about things, right? And then this can help you make a better decision about things. All right, we've got the Page of Wands. Page of Wands is normally a very, very, very positive energy, right? Page of Wands is very exciting, getting yourself out there. It is about meeting new people, things you're manifesting into your life. However, the Page of Wands is in your challenge position. Now, this is not the same as being reversed, okay? What this does is it slows things down a little bit, or it brings in just a little bit of uncertainty, a little bit of a challenge. So, even though you are embracing the energy of love and passion and action, okay, there's a little bit of hesitation there with that Page of Wands, right? And why? Maybe you have to resolve some inner conflict first. Why? Maybe you have to deal with something about someone coming back from your past. Why? Maybe there's too many options to choose from. So there's excitement, there's a buzz in the air, okay? And there's new energy in the air for you with that Page of Wands, but there is a little bit of hesitation or a little bit of uncertainty, okay? And it may be that you're being picky, which is perfectly fine. Why shouldn't you be picky, right? Why shouldn't you, wait for the person that makes your heart sing, right? Why should you have to compromise on the important things? No, you don't, because the universe is aligning something very wonderful for you, okay, especially with the Lovers card here and the Two of Cups. All right. And so things are aligning for you in the positive way. So it's okay to wait. It's okay to, to make sure that you are making the right choice, or thank you very much. That's a lot of cards, or to be a little bit selective in your energy. Okay. So as gung ho as we are with the Knight of Swords, okay, the Page of Wands in the challenge position is like, okay, we're ready for action. We're ready to talk. We're ready to communicate. We're very gung ho about getting out there, finding love, right? But we're just going to make sure that we're doing things in the right way. Now, the Page of Wands is often also bringing something up to the next level, the next stage of development, the next stage in your journey. And so with this energy, part of the challenge for some of you might potentially be taking that connection up to the next level, as we already discussed. Okay, so a little bit of a back and forth energy there, right, for some of you. So again, communication and being really honest and open might actually be the key to that, because the pages are very youthful energy, sometimes very naive in their energy. And with the Knight of Wands also coming out here, right, maybe a little bit non-committal. All right. So if you've already made a connection, or if you've got someone coming back, this is probably going to be an important factor for you, right? Are you ready to take it to the next level? Are you ready to commit? Are you ready to do these things? And if the answer is no, well, then that's a whole other fish to fry, right? We've got the Three of Pentacles coming in here also as a challenge. Now, the Three of Pentacles can be an energy of creation, okay? The Page of Wands is closely tied with manifestations. So it could be that in this energy, and of course, falling right below the Patience card, in this energy, patience very much is a virtue, okay? You're creating something, you're manifesting people and connections in your world. And with the Page of Wands, showing that your manifestations are working. And some of you may just be in this energy where you do need to wait just a little bit, right? A little bit more patience is required so that you can be aligned with the right person, your energy and their energy. The Three of Pentacles is also an energy of multiple people, right? Quite often teamwork and collaboration, but in this energy with this challenge, okay, multiple people may actually be causing a little bit of a challenge for you. So again, you might have some important choices to make, right? Maybe you've got more than one option. Maybe you've got more than one suitor, okay? And especially if you're out in the online dating world or something, yeah, there's a lot of choices to be made, right? And so this can actually be like, oh man, this is really tricky. Okay, I'm just not sure. All right, so this could cause you a little bit of a trouble. The Three of Pentacles also being multiple people as well. Maybe that there's something that you haven't learned yet, or there's something that you don't know yet, because this is quite often an energy of learning or being taught something. And we do have a Six of Swords over here, right? Remember, sometimes we do need to resolve something before we can continue on in our journey, thus, slowing things down or speeding things up. So there might be something here that you are learning about yourself, about a past person, about what you want in a relationship, what works, what doesn't. And until you learn that, you're not going to move forward, or something's not going to manifest in here for you, because again, Spirit's making sure that you and a person for you, a match for you, is ready and is aligned and knows what they want and why, right? That wisdom that comes in with why. All right. But yeah, there might be some money issues or past relationship issues that are causing a little bit of a challenge as well. We do have the Strength card coming in here for you also. Now, the Strength card is Leo energy. So part of the challenge may be Leo season might not have been all that kind to you, or that Venus retrograde in Leo that we've been dealing with for a while. Maybe that has been a little bit of a challenge for you as well, right? Because it's brought in short-term relationships, Knight of Wands. It's brought in people that, while they're fun to be around, may not necessarily have the potential to go the distance, or, to really satisfy all your needs. And so this Leo season could have been fairly challenging for you throughout the summer. Okay. But the Strength card also does bring in patience. Again, patience, a little bit of a challenge for some of you. You're impatient. Okay. And it's like, I want love and I want it now. And, you know, the universe is like, well, hey, that's great, but we need to make sure that everyone is ready. Okay. The strength card also does have to do with your inner strength. Okay. And your confidence. And I feel like here that maybe for some of you, this has been a little bit of an issue, right? Lack of confidence, a lack of faith in yourself. Perhaps you've been very much hurt before. You're working through some trauma. You're still in a little bit of healing mode here. And, you know, until you feel as though you're very confident with yourself, right? This is where you may just take things very, very, very slow in this energy. Okay. But we do also have the 10 of Pentacles. And so finding stability and security in your world may have been challenging. Maybe you've had some issues with your money or your workplace. Okay. The 10 of Pentacles is typically a very positive card, bringing you a completion though, right? And enjoying what you have built. So perhaps some of you here in this energy, you've been a little bit of a homebody, or you've been very focused on your career, on your money, on your family. And in this energy, it's like you might be feeling as though I've got to get this resolved before I can move on to a new person and love, right? We need to feel like we've got all of our ducks in a row, right? Before we can add another variable into the mix. All right. So this could be a little bit of an issue for you. With the 3 of Pentacles there could be some interference from a third party. And this is probably like an ex or something. And with the 10 of Pentacles, again, maybe there's like some dealings that you have with a past person about your children, about your home, about your money. And until you get all of those things, really worked out, right? Again, you might feel as though you've got like this excess baggage that you're dealing with, okay? Or your person could be dealing with this as well, and that might be why they're not here yet, right? They've got to get their they got to get their issues all sorted out, right? So that they can be ready for you, because you don't want to baby someone through a divorce, right? You don't want to baby someone through a custody battle, right? You want someone, you know, if you're looking for something long-term kind of thing, or if you've been there, done that with people who haven't healed from a past relationship, right? You don't want to be a rebound person. So it's like, you know what? I really do want to make sure that whoever comes into my life, whoever I meet, that they have resolved all of their past issues. So this could, again, be slowing some things down. But we do have the 2 of Cups here as an overall outcome. Number 1, you being in alignment, right? You knowing who you are, what you want. You are balanced and you are ready. Your heart is open for love. And you're calling in true love. You're calling in a soulmate with the 2 of Cups. The 2 of Cups, or you're making a decision, right? Making the Lover's card, right? You're making a decision and you finally decided who you want, right? If you've got multiple options out there. But the 2 of Cups can mean that there is that soulmate connection. You're calling it in. It's happening. It's on the horizon. You might even meet this connection in this month. It certainly does look like a possibility, and this is where everything's coming into alignment for you. So it's really quite positive for you there in that energy. We've got the King of Swords, the 2 of Wands, and the 7 of Pentacles. So the 7 of Pentacles can represent a time of harvest for you, where things are blossoming, where you're blossoming, right? And this is where you're assessing things. We've got the Magician at the bottom of the deck, so believe in your magic. You're manifesting things in. Yay, okay? You know, so that's a wonderful energy of creation. Right. But with the King of Swords, now the King of Swords can be your energy. You're taking the lead. You've got clarity. You've got a sense of purpose. You know what you want, and you are being very honest, truthful, and communicative, and you are not going to settle for second best. Right. Now, this can also be someone that you're talking to. Okay. And there's a very clear decision that's being made with that King of Swords. Communication is very on point with the King of Swords energy, right? We're talking, the lines of communication are open in an incredibly positive way. And this can actually be someone expressing their love or expressing their feelings for you, you know, or just someone that you know is going to be that wonderful soulmate, true love connection for yourself. We've got the 2 of Wands here as well, and the blocks are removed. Your path forward is open. Okay, we know what we want. We're looking out on the horizon. We're ready to receive. So some of you have that person this month. Some of you meet that person this month and you move forward with that person. Some of you here, you are keeping your options open, okay, or you are just in this open heart energy, right? I know what I want. I'm open to love. Bring it to me. Okay. The Seven of Pentacles is a time of harvest. So some of you are reaping what you sow and you are getting something very wonderful here. Others of you, again, you're kind of assessing your situation. Am I doing things the right way? Where am I here? Is this what I want? Or is there something a little bit better out there for me? So you're trying to just figure things out there and just assess things, but you're being very patient. So where we're impatient here, now we're reclaiming a little bit of patience here with that. Okay. And you're trusting in the process. You're trusting in yourself that yes, true love does take a while sometimes to come in, but you know, without a shadow of a doubt that there is love out there for you. So it's very empowering energy when we get into that, right? Because we're no longer desperate for things. How did you just get over there? We're no longer desperate. We're no longer trying to control the outcome, right? We're no longer railing against the fates. We're allowing things to blossom and grow in their due time. We have Home in the Sky coming in here. And, oh, we've got a twofer. We've got the Elixir of Life. And we also have Under My Umbrella. So your Home in the Sky energy does show that maybe some of you are a little bit, you want a little bit of adventure. Okay, you've got itchy feet. You want things to get going. This is where we feel a little bit impatient. It's like, okay, I'm kind of dancing in one spot. Like, come on, the universe, let's go. All right. But it's also about going out, having fun, and also about feeling safe and secure. 10 of Pentacles energy, right? We need to feel as though we're in a good place to welcome someone into our lives, right? For that love that we have to offer, that we have to give. And sometimes we don't feel ready if we don't have all of our ducks in a row, right? And it's like, I don't want someone to, come in and think that I need them for something other than an emotional connection, right? So perhaps getting yourself secure in your home, in your career, your finances in order. This might be very important for you. And likewise, it might be very important for you, for your person to have all of their ducks in a row too, right? You don't want to be the one that's healing them from emotional baggage. You don't want to be the one that's babying them through a divorce, right? Because what happens? Sometimes they might stick with you, but sometimes you're just being that wonderfully convenient shoulder to cry on for that little while, right? So you're like, I want to make sure that you have all of your ducks in a row. There's healing here for you with the Elixir of Life. Okay, so there's a healing element that comes in here, healing from past relationships, healing from any kind of self-doubt. Okay, and this is where you gain your confidence back with this energy. There's also truth. All right. And number one, we can be truthful and honest with ourselves, with people. Someone's being honest and truthful with you. But because we've got retrograding planets and because we've got Mercury retrograde, this might be where someone does reveal something to you. A secret may come to light for you there in that energy. And perhaps somebody has had their eye on you. And this is now where they kind of tell you about it. This might be where, again, that a past person might want to come back, but they're being very open and honest with you, but they're also revealing something at the same time. All right. We also have Under My Umbrella, and this is a card of protection, very much like the Six of Swords. Okay, so Spirit is guiding you and protecting you every single step of the way. This also does have to do with care and compassion and kindness. So number one, this is the care, compassion, and kindness you give to yourself, but also maybe someone else is going to show you a little bit of love, a little bit of kindness there as well. Okay, now this is also a card of friendship. So some of you may possibly have a friendship that has the potential to turn into something more, or your friends may help you on your quest for love. That third party intervention there. Okay, maybe it's someone wanting to help you set you up with somebody, and your initial response might be no. You might be resisting a blind date or, a setup or something like that. And, our friends do mean well. So if you've been single for a long time, you've been in the dating world for a while, and you do have a friend that says, hey, I might have this person for you. You guys might really hit it off. There's adventure here, right? Showing up in your reading a couple of different times. you know what? I would say go for it. Number one, you never know what's going to happen, right? It could turn out really well. It could be a disaster. You don't know, right? Remember, we had the Fool at the bottom of the deck. You sometimes just have to take that leap of faith. Okay. Or do we have the Magician? I think we have both. Anyway, but you got to take that leap of faith. Even the Magician, right? You got to make something happen for yourself, right? So sometimes we do need to use the resources that are there for us, right? And use them to our advantage. All right. But even if you do go out with someone, if someone wants to set you up with somebody, it ends up in disaster. I mean, hey, maybe you've got a funny story for later on down the road. But it could also turn into something magical. But at the very least, it gives you practice on getting out in the dating world, whether it works or doesn't. So don't close down those options because you just never know. But I'm going to leave that there for you guys. I hope there was something here for you. If so, please like, share, and subscribe. And if you are seeing this video on or before August 31st, I am running a contest on my channel to win a free personal reading. So if you are watching this by that deadline to enter, which is the 31st, like this video, subscribe to my channel because it is for subscribers, and in the comments box down below, put I am abundant, and then I'll know that you're entering the contest. I'll announce the winner September 4th. If you've missed this one, don't worry, I will have another one. All right. In the meantime, thank you very much for watching. Good luck in finding love in September. And remember, patience sometimes takes a little bit longer to play out for you. All right. I'll see you later, guys. Bye.